warm welcome to a brand new edition of Colors of India, your weekly cultural diary. I'm your host Ravleen Kaur, bringing you all the cultural updates from in and around the capital. But first, look at the highlights. First, the legend himself, Ustad Shujat Khan and his sitar. Up next, a mesmerizing Kathak recital. And finally, beating the scorching heat is the lip-smacking varieties of kulfi. Embellished with the rich tonal textures of instrumental music is a sitar concert by the legend himself, Ustad Shujat Khan, a treat for the connoisseurs of the same genre. Listen it for yourself. It's the Music Appreciation Promotion, the 75th edition. All about Ustad Shujat Khan's magical journey with his sitar.
I come from what we call 7 generations of musicians. Shujat Khan, Vilayat Khan Sahab, Inayat Khan Sahab, my grandfather, and then Ustad Imdad Khan Sahab, my great-grandfather. Yahan tak I can speak very easily about them because इमदाद खान साहब के अभी तक 78 RPM records available हैं. ये मालूम है कि कम से कम there is proof that शुजात के कोई परदादा थे जो सुरबहार बजाते थे और किस किस्म का बजाते थे, किस मयार पे बजाते थे.
Shujat Khan speaking on his learning process about his noted lineage interspersed with his own recital.
विलायत खान साहब से सीखा है, उनके अलावा उस्ताद अमीर खान साहब से बहुत वक्त निकालना है. तो जो नॉर्मल बंदिश होती है, जो सितार खानी बंदिश होती है, उसमें गायकी इनके मूवमेंट्स कैसे लाए जाते थे, तो वो बहुत उनसे सीखा.
Classical music of every Western or Indian is the base of everything. So if you want to be a good singer, whether you want to sing in Hollywood, folk, whatever it is, ye Sonu Nigam hai, ABC, they are great singers, but all of them have a classical base. So to understand, the classical music is like the motherboard. And you must understand that, enjoy it, and then you can go ahead. Language means nothing. Alfazon se main aapko kis tarah khush karoon, that means nothing. Music is much better.
और पुराने किस्म की जो लतें बनती थी.
Son and disciple of the great sitarist Ustad Vilayat Khan.
कितने इंस्ट्रूमेंटलिस्ट्स हैं इंडिया में, so many. सितार, सरोद, गिटार, दुनिया भर के इंस्ट्रूमेंट्स बजा रहे हैं और उसके साथ थोड़ा बहुत गाने का शौक हो गया, तो सितार बजाते हैं और कोई बंदिश है तो उसको गा के सुनाते हैं। हमारे इंडियन क्लासिकल म्यूज़िक, इंस्ट्रूमेंटल म्यूज़िक के रेल्म में विलायत खान साहब की देन है।
क्या बात है, वाह।
तो ये बहुत ज़रूरी चीज़ है जानना आपको।
Shujat Hussain Khan is one of the greatest classical musicians of his generation. Hailing from the Imdad Khan Gharana of sitar, Khan's style of playing sitar, known as the Gaiki Ang, is imitative of the intricacies of the human voice.
इतना खूबसूरत बोले हैं, हम लोगों ने हमेशा उन्हें बजाते हुए सुना है, लेकिन कितना अच्छा अपने को एक्सप्रेस करते हैं और क्या खाकसारी है, क्या विनम्रता है। मैं तो उस पर ही कुर्बान हूँ। भगवान कृष्ण ने कहा था, ना हम वसामि वैकुंठे योग नाम हृदय न च मदभक्ता यत्र गायन्ति तत्र तृष्टामि नारद। मैं ना मंदिरों में बसता हूँ, ना योगियों के हृदय में बसता हूँ। अरे भाई, सुर में जो गाए बजाए मैं उसके हृदय में बसता हूँ। तो हमारे यहाँ संगीत मोक्ष प्राप्ति का सबसे आसान ज़रिया कहा गया है। संगीत के ज़रिए हम उस अनंत आनंद में पहुँच जाते हैं जिसे ब्रह्मानंद कहा गया है। इसीलिए संगीत को ब्रह्मानंद सहोदर भी कहा गया है।
Khan started his musical career at the tender age of 3.
To understand what goes behind learning one composition and how many years is put into that, it just, again, not my greatness, it's the greatness of our music, and that's why we call it fine arts. The enjoyment of that, the performance of that.
Practicing on a specially made small sitar.
There are two important aspects of being a performer, bhai sahab, or start to learn, or as you say, get better. One is there's the technical aspect, and one is your knowledge. Technical aspect, all of us here are able to get. If you can pick up the sitar and practice 10 hours a day for 15 years of your life, you'll be as quick and clean as I am.
Performed at all the prestigious music festivals in India and throughout Asia, Africa, North America and Europe, Khan's audiences around the world are captivated by his unique style of sitar playing.
प्रोग्राम कर रहे हैं, भीमसेन जोशी जी मैं सुन रहा हूँ लंदन में, गाते गाते अंतरा भूल गए, अपना एड्रेस गा रहे हैं। 26 लक्ष्मी पार्क कॉलोनी, कल्याणी नगर, पुणे। 26 लक्ष्मी पार्क कॉलोनी, कल्याणी नगर,
His extraordinary voice and his natural and spontaneous approach to rhythm. Khan's profound musicality, along with this brilliant control of the sitar, certainly won over audiences. Well, it's time for a short break now, but do stay tuned. A lot more coming up ahead on the program. Coming up ahead, a mesmerizing Kathak recital. Welcome back after the break. Indian classical dance is a perfect blend of an Asian culture and tradition. Our dance forms offer keen insights into the history of our country. Take a look for yourself. Rich reflections of Indian culture. Swati Vangutiwari, who has been given the title of Shringarmani, charms her audience with a solo Kathak recital. Her dance combines the sophistication, complicated rhythmic patterns and improvisations of the Jaipur Gharana. Exhibiting the intricate footwork and spins with such grace and ease.
Kathak is one of the 8 major classical dance forms, originated from North region. The word Kathak is derived from a Sanskrit word which means katha, which means Kathak, storytelling. And the one who tells the story is known as Kathaka. And it is basically revolved around the stories taken from the ancient scripts, and imbibed with the hand movements and facial expressions. Kathak is different from the other dance form because it has a lot of speed in it, spins and the foot tapping work that differentiate Kathak from the other dance forms. And there is a lot of evolvement that happened over the period in Kathak. That's what I have seen from ages. So a lot of space to bring new things into it, fusion as well as, mixing with the other styles of dances. I won't even say classical, but other Western styles also. So there's a lot of fusion, there's a lot of space in, with Kathak to do improvisations. So that is how it is different from other dance forms.
Under the able guidance of renowned Kathak exponent Guru Gitanjali Lal. Swati has been a Kathak dancer for over 20 years now. She mastered the nuances of the dance form at the prestigious National Institute of Kathak.
I think it was really wonderful. It was soul uplifting. She has such a perfect stage presence, lovely clear movements, footwork was mesmerizing, her expressions were perfect. It was a delight to watch this wonderful dancer. There are only few dancers who can carry Kathak beautifully. Because there are many people who just keep taking circles and it's not a complete dance. Here there's a story form and expressions. So I think it's a very lovely dance.
Kathak is one of the 8 forms of Indian classical dance. Deriving its name from the Sanskrit word katha, meaning story.
It is mostly depicting the stories from the ancient scripts and embellishing the hand gestures and facial expression with it. There are 3 different styles in Kathak, which we call as in Hindi gharanas. So I'll explain you by them. They are Lucknow gharana, Jaipur gharana and Banaras gharana. These are the styles of doing Kathak. I belong to Jaipur style.
It traces its origins to the nomadic bards of ancient North India known as Kathakars or storytellers. Even today, Kathak contains traces of temple and ritual dances and influences of the Bhakti movement. That beautiful and gracious performance definitely lifted up the mood of the audience in Delhi. And not just that, it also offered a keen insight into the Kathak's Jaipur Gharana. Time for a short break now, but do stay tuned. A lot more coming up ahead on the other side of the program. Up next, the lip-smacking varieties of kulfi. Welcome back after the break. Beating off this harsh summer heat needs a resort to some very special coolers. And there's a little to beat the age-old kulfi. Perfectly flavored frozen dessert. The ice cream which has deep roots and also its own special recipe. Take a look. It starts off as specially flavored milk set into molds, sealed and frozen. The kulfi, the name for the delic-shaped ices found at the end of Indian restaurant menus, originated in the Mughal Empire. Back then, it was a delicacy in royal kitchens with ice used specially brought in from the Himalayas. Shift to modern times 200 years since. Karol Bagh, a bustling shopping district in the capital. The perpetual bustle of crowds, the heat and dust. Take a break at this kulfi outlet, one that's grown to some eminence and acclaim.
दूध को इसको उबालते हैं, जब आधा रह जाता है तो इसको देख लेते हैं कि ये कुल्फी लायक हो गया है कि नहीं। फिर जैसे ही वो कुल्फी लायक होता है उसको हम उसके अंदर ठंडा करके फिर अपना जो उसमें सैफरॉन, ड्राई फ्रूट्स, नट्स डालते हैं तो और फिर वो मोल्ड के अंदर डाल के और शेक करते हैं। उसके अंदर एक पॉट होता है, उसके अंदर शेक करते हैं तो कुल्फी तैयार हो जाती है।
Whereas Western ice creams are egg and custard based, often with added cream, kulfi is traditionally made from milk alone. Simmered for hours, it is then added with sugar and dry fruits to give it that nutty flavor.
I'm not too fond of kulfi, honestly speaking, but since I've heard so much about kulfi from Roshan ki kulfi here, so I thought I must have kulfi here.
Freeze for at least 6 hours. To release, take out of the freezer about 5 minutes before serving and dip the molds briefly in hot water to break the seal easily.
हम लोग 30-35 जने आए थे, 30-35 जने अलग अलग फ्लेवर में खाई, काफ़ी अच्छी लगी हम लोग को यहाँ की कुल्फी।
डिफरेंस लगा कुछ बाकी?
बहुत दूसरी जगह से बहुत काफ़ी अलग लगा हमको। जो यहाँ सेवैया वाली जो हमने फलूदा खाया वो भी अलग लगा और डिलीशियस है। कुल मिला के अल्टीमेट, वन शॉप अल्टीमेट शॉप।
यहाँ का कुल्फी बहुत अच्छा है, इसमें मतलब बहुत 4 तरह के फ्लेवर है, वो चारों बहुत अच्छे हैं और हमने चारों ट्राई करे हैं।
The kulfi itself comes in mango, badam kesar, pan and other divine flavors. There's even a modernized sugar-free version. And the accompanying artist, the faluda, to add that special zing and added flavor, winning every race in the realm of the dessert. One of the best ways to beat this summer is to indulge in these varieties of kulfi. Each prepared fresh has its unique color and taste. So come and enjoy the lip-smacking flavor at Roshan Di Kulfi, which is truly a heaven for ice cream lovers. With camera person Dharmendra, Ravleen Kaur for Rajya Sabha Television. Kulfi stalls are a huge draw during the summer months. Many have grown from there into full-fledged showrooms, each offering a speciality of their own. Well, that's all we have in this edition of Colors of India. See you next week, same time, with a bunch of other exciting stories. Until then, take very good care of yourselves.